I've talked about selling wholesale on Amazon FBA a lot on this channel, and I've also talked about doing online arbitrage and shipping that into Amazon FBA a lot too. But lately in the Discord chat, I've been getting a lot of questions on my experience starting a few different private label products a few years ago, and whether or not I still think that that's a viable business model that people should try to get into, or if they shouldn't waste their time and selling online arbitrage products or wholesale products is more worth it. So in this video, we'll be discussing the 3 different business models and comparing the benefits and drawbacks of each to give you a clear-cut winner. First, let's discuss selling wholesale on Amazon FBA. Selling wholesale on Amazon FBA is a business model where you buy products in bulk from a manufacturer or distributor and then sell those products back on Amazon. One of the key benefits of this model is that you can buy products at a lower price due to the bulk purchasing power you have with these companies over time. Not to mention the fact that as you build up a good relationship with them, you can slowly get even cheaper prices as well, which will ultimately increase your profit margins as you buy more and more inventory. Another key benefit of this is that you don't actually need to run any ads to your products to generate sales either, or even build the brand typically at all. And that's simply because you're sourcing products that already have demand on Amazon and typically already have a recognizable brand name. There's a ton of scalability here. It's not abnormal at all for people to hop into this and then a few years later, their sales are in the millions. I see it happen all the time. One of the main drawbacks of this is that you'll be competing with other sellers who are also selling the same products. On top of that, many of the manufacturers that you'll be ordering from require a minimum order quantity, which means you may have to invest a large amount of money up front. This is obviously going to depend on the product and the specific distributor, but keep that in mind. But perhaps the most worrisome part of all of this for newer sellers is the fact that you're more invested into every product listing that you hop on, because you're often buying more inventory for each listing, which means if you miscalculated your competition or the potential opportunity on that listing, it can be a more costly error than if you did that, say, on an online arbitrage listing, which then brings me to selling online arbitrage on Amazon. Now, this is the first way that I got started selling on Amazon way back when. I still think it's a great business model for beginners to try to get into because you can learn the ropes while making profitable buys. With this business model where you can buy products from online retailers and then ship them into Amazon FBA to resell them, there's many benefits. One of these benefits is that you can find products typically at a lower price if you're leveraging sales, clearances, and other discounts. This isn't always the case, and there's software out there that will find these profitable online arbitrage deals for you and then spoon feed them to you so you can buy it. But if you're smart and you time it right, you can also leverage clearance and discounts as well. Another main benefit for beginners is that you're not married to every listing, since you typically don't need to source that many units for every single listing you order for. And that gives you more flexibility and a lot more room to make errors. And it won't be as costly if you do mess up a buy. You can just chalk it up to a learning experience and it won't be a big deal. However, there are also some drawbacks to selling online arbitrage products, just like any of these. One of the main drawbacks is that you'll need to do a lot more product research to find profitable products, typically. And that's mainly because it's a lower barrier to entry business, so you'll be competing with a lot of other sellers that wouldn't necessarily be on wholesale listings, for example. You'll also need to be careful about the condition of the products that you're buying when doing this, because Amazon has strict rules about selling used or damaged items on new listings. Finally, you'll also need to be able to move quickly to take advantage of these sales and other opportunities and make sure that you're getting these products into FBA in a timely fashion, because a lot can change quickly on an Amazon listing that's selling cheaper elsewhere. All in all, this business model is a great way to get started selling on Amazon and learn the ropes quickly while making some money. But it is tough to scale to any significant amount without spending astronomical amounts of time. In my opinion, it's a great side hustle for beginners. Finally, let's move into private labeling on Amazon. Now, I've had many ups and downs with this business model. Let me explain. Creating and selling private label products on Amazon FBA is a business model where you create your own brand and product and then sell it back on Amazon. Typically, these products are either spin-offs or they're improvements of products that are already selling well on Amazon, but might not necessarily be as competitive yet based on their estimated sales volume. And if that's the case, then it indicates another potential opportunity for another competitor like you or me to hop into the market and manufacture our own product. One of the benefits of this business model is that you do have complete control over your brand and your product, and you can create unique products that stand out from the competition, and you can build a loyal customer base. On top of that, if you're good at running Amazon PPC ads, you can literally purchase sales profitably over and over again because there's already millions of people searching for these products and these keywords on Amazon. However, there are certainly some drawbacks as well, so let me outline them. One of the main drawbacks is that you'll need to invest a lot of time and a lot of money upfront to create your product before you even know if it will 100% work for you. You'll also need to be able to market your product effectively to then attract customers. And that can often mean a lot of free products given away in the beginning in hopes of getting valuable reviews to rank your product and give it social proof, so ultimately more Amazon customers will trust it when they land on the listing and then purchase. Not to mention, if you're not a savant at running ads on Amazon PPC, like me, I definitely was not either, then getting sales can be a major headache, constantly trying to hone down your keywords and your bids, hoping that you'll be able to find that diamond in the rough keyword that's extremely profitable for your product is a nightmare. But perhaps the biggest drawback that I personally found when doing this business model was the unforeseen competition that would then flood into the market after you've already spent a lot of money ordering your first shipment and then waiting for it to manufacture and then waiting for it to actually become available in Amazon FBA. See, a lot can change in the months that it takes for all that to happen. So ultimately, what looked like a great product in the beginning with low competition might very well become oversaturated extremely fast. And you won't know until after you spend the thousands of dollars, because there's no way to potentially see that 10 other people are using the same exact product sourcing software that you're using, and 7 of them are ahead of you in the process of manufacturing and shipping. And this was the biggest drawback that I noticed. It comes with a lot of risk because you can't necessarily know all of these things for sure in the beginning. And this happened to me twice, the last time of which literally made me pivot into learning wholesale, which is why I'd ultimately recommend this approach. When you're new and you're not very familiar with Amazon, simply start with online arbitrage because it's easy. It'll allow you to learn the ropes fast while making money. And then once you understand Amazon a bit better and you have some startup capital from the OA profits, then move into wholesale. This will then allow you to put your money back to work for you in a business that will scale more consistently and is also much more predictable and proven to work for tons of people. And once your wholesale business is then up and running, then you can afford to take some shots on private label products because now you'll have a business that's consistently getting sales and cash flowing. So that's the perfect time to then shoot a couple shots at some higher risk, higher reward private label products. Also, it's important to understand that there's software that will do all of this for you, regardless of whatever business model that you decide to go with. I have countless tutorials on this channel on each of these showing how you can use the software to find profitable products in literally seconds. You can check them out by searching for that specific business model on this channel or just going to the direct playlist. It's all there for you. But as always, this is just my experience selling each of these ways on Amazon and the benefits and drawbacks of each. I really hope it helps.